Have you ever noticed how some people just have this magnetic presence? It's not always about looks, is it? It's about something deeper, a sense of confidence and self-assurance that draws people in. One of the most powerful ways to cultivate that irresistible aura is through setting healthy boundaries. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Boundaries? Won't that push people away? Quite the opposite, my friend. Boundaries are actually the key to building true confidence and attracting high-quality relationships. Let's talk about the power of no, a phrase that often gets a bad rap, but is actually your secret weapon in dating and relationships. When you're clear about your limits, it shows you value yourself, your time, and your energy. And trust me, that's incredibly attractive. It's not about being rude or dismissive. It's about being firm and decisive. Think about it. Would you rather have someone who folds under pressure or someone who stands their ground? Exactly. So how do you master the art of no? It's simpler than you think. Start by recognizing that no is a complete sentence. You don't need to over-explain or apologize. For example, if someone asks you to do something you're not comfortable with, a simple, I appreciate you asking, but that doesn't work for me, is perfect. You've set a boundary without being aggressive or confrontational. Remember, saying no to what you don't want makes space for you to say yes to what you truly desire. Now, let's dive into the often overlooked realm of emotional intelligence. This isn't about being stoic or emotionless, it's about understanding and managing your emotions in a way that empowers you and those around you. When you're in tune with your feelings, you're better equipped to communicate them effectively and build stronger connections. Think of it this way, emotions are like waves. You can try to fight them, but they'll just keep crashing over you. But if you learn to ride those waves, you can harness their power and navigate them with grace. So how do you become more emotionally intelligent? Start by practicing self-awareness. Pay attention to how you feel in different situations and what triggers certain emotions. Once you understand your own emotional landscape, you can start to communicate your feelings in a healthy and constructive way. Remember, emotional intelligence isn't about suppressing your emotions. It's about expressing them with authenticity and respect. Gentlemen, let's talk about self-care. No, it's not just bubble baths and face masks, though those can be nice too. Self-care is about prioritizing your physical, mental, and emotional well-being. It's about making time for the things that light you up, that fill your cup, that make you feel alive. And here's the thing, when you invest in yourself, you become a more attractive, well-rounded individual. Think about it. Would you rather be around someone who's constantly drained and depleted, or someone who's energized and fulfilled? Exactly. So, how do you make self-care a non-negotiable part of your life? Start by identifying activities that bring you joy and make you feel good. It could be anything from hitting the gym to reading a book to spending time in nature. The key is to schedule these activities into your week just like you would any other important appointment. Remember, self-care isn't selfish. It's an act of self-respect. Chapter 4, Speak Your Truth. Let's face it, communication can be a minefield, especially in relationships. But it doesn't have to be a source of stress and frustration. The key to healthy communication is learning to express yourself clearly, directly, and respectfully. This means being honest about your needs and feelings without resorting to blame, criticism, or manipulation. Think of it this way. Communication is like a dance. It requires both partners to be present, attentive, and responsive to each other's movements. So how do you become a better communicator? Start by practicing active listening. When someone is speaking to you, give them your full attention and try to understand their perspective. Next, work on expressing yourself assertively. This means stating your needs and feelings clearly and confidently without being aggressive or passive. Remember, healthy communication is the foundation of any strong and fulfilling relationship. Chapter 5, Money Matters. Let's talk about an often taboo topic, money. Financial compatibility is crucial in any relationship, and setting clear financial boundaries from the outset can save you a lot of heartache down the line. This isn't about being stingy or controlling, it's about being responsible and setting realistic expectations. Start by having an honest conversation with your partner about your financial goals, values, and habits. Discuss how you'll manage joint expenses, savings, and investments. It's also important to be upfront about any debts or financial obligations you may have. Remember, transparency and open communication are key to building a solid financial foundation for your relationship. By addressing money matters head-on, you can avoid misunderstandings and resentment down the line. Chapter 6. Respecting space. Physical boundaries are essential for maintaining healthy relationships. This isn't just about respecting personal space, it's about understanding and honoring your partner's physical limits. Start by paying attention to your partner's body language and verbal cues. If they seem uncomfortable with a certain level of physical touch, respect their boundaries and back off. It's also important to communicate your own physical boundaries clearly and assertively. If something makes you feel uncomfortable, don't be afraid to speak up. Remember, physical intimacy should always be consensual and enjoyable for both partners. By respecting each other's physical boundaries, you can create a safe and loving space for intimacy to flourish. Chapter 7. Time is precious. In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to let time slip through our fingers. That's why it's more important than ever to be mindful of how we spend our time, especially in relationships. Setting clear boundaries around your time is essential for maintaining your sanity, pursuing your passions, and nurturing your relationships. Start by identifying your priorities and scheduling time for the things that matter most to you. This might include work, family, friends, hobbies, or simply some much-needed downtime. Once you have a clear understanding of your own time commitments, you can start setting realistic expectations with your partner. Communicate your availability openly and honestly, and don't be afraid to say no to requests that would infringe on your precious time. Remember, time is your most valuable asset, and how you choose to spend it reflects your priorities. So there you have it, gentlemen, the 7 surprising ways boundaries can make you incredibly attractive. Remember, setting boundaries isn't about pushing people away. It's about creating a strong sense of self and attracting the right people into your life. By mastering the art of no, cultivating emotional intelligence, prioritizing self-care, communicating effectively, setting financial boundaries, respecting physical limits, and managing your time wisely, you'll not only build stronger relationships, but also become a more confident and attractive man. Start small, be consistent, and watch as your life transforms. You've got this.